Hey y'all, this video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. This is my story and I want to share it with the world. So I guess I will go ahead and get started. If you see me look down, I'm looking down at my computer so I don't forget anything because it is a long story. But I guess I'll go ahead and get started. My name is Ashley Adair. I am 19 years old, and 5 years ago I suffered the effects of what I thought would be just a great thing, and it turned out that it would be my biggest nightmare. And what I'm talking about is the Gardasil vaccine. Before I received the Gardasil vaccine, I was so healthy. When I was younger, I went to gymnastics almost every day and practiced for 3 or 4 hours, did my homework, went to school the next day, had meets every weekend. I was very energetic. I mean, there was nothing that was weird with me. I was always healthy. I was always in gymnastics, and after that I went to cheerleading, which was the same hours. And I got the vaccine when I was going into my 9th grade, so I was 14 years old. The only thing I suffered from before I got the vaccine was migraines, and I would get seasonal bronchitis. Well, I got my first vaccine in June of 2008. No. I got my first vaccine in April 2008, sorry. And it didn't hurt more than a normal injection. And afterwards, I just had a little soreness, a little red, nothing big. I was, with being in gymnastics and cheerleading, I am a very tough person when it comes to pain. I usually don't tell anybody that I'm hurting unless it is, you know, critical. So injection didn't bother me, whatever. And after I started having extreme fatigue and I couldn't stick my tongue out. My throat would hurt so bad that I couldn't stick my tongue out, and I was swimming so much so I thought that I was allergic to chlorine. Well, that wasn't the case, but we didn't think anything of it then. So the nightmare began after I got my second injection, which was in June of 2008, and it hurt more than the first one, and I almost cried with that one, which is just, like I said, it's not like me to do that. And after I got in the car, I was just a little lightheaded, you know, didn't think of it, nothing of it, whatever. Well, let's see, the very next night, I told my mom I was very sick. I didn't feel good. I was nauseated. My hips and pelvic and legs were killing me. I was in tears, so, you know, my mom took me to the emergency room, and they were like, oh, you just got the stomach virus, you know, go home. But I wasn't throwing up, no, whatever. Told me I had a stomach virus. So the next day I got up. I felt a little bit better, but not much. And I walked outside. I slept till 3. I walked outside, and that was when my mom came home from work, and I looked at my arms, and I had the scariest rash. I was covered in it. And the rash I had was petechiae, which looks like I took little purple marker, a tiny purple marker, fine point, and just put dots all over my body. Well, I went to the emergency room, or I went to my pediatrician, and they did some blood work. I went home, and my mom probably got the scariest call she's ever gotten. And the emergency room doctor said if this was my child, I would get her back to the emergency room immediately. Her blood work is critical. And when I mean critical, she is critical. Well, my red blood cells, my white blood cells had all bottomed out. And the petechiae rash was caused because of that, and they said if I were to get a common cold, I wouldn't be able to fight it off because I had no immune system and I would die. And if I did a handstand, my gums would bleed to death and I would die. And so my mom didn't tell me that when that was going on because she didn't want to scare me, but they just gave me some antibiotics and I went home. Well, me and my mom knew in our heart that it was Gardasil. Over the next 6 weeks, I went through so many different rashes. I had extreme fatigue. I had joint pains, leg pains, shoulder pains. I was dizzy. I had low blood pressure. I literally slept probably 20 hours of 24 hours of the day, and I was an ill child. And over those 6 weeks, I've seen a lot of doctors. You know, every doctor would say something different. And I finally saw an infectious disease specialist, and he told me not to get the 3rd shot or I would not be here. And from then, I started getting a little bit better, and I thought it was over. Well, was I wrong? So there was, from then till now, there was things here and there that were not right and should have popped up in my mind as, oh, this could be something, you know. And so the first thing was, I was at the age of 15 and I still had not started my menstrual cycle. And I went to the OBGYN and they had to put me on the pill to start my period. And and throughout this whole process after that, I never gained my energy back. I would be at a football game, and whereas other people would go out afterwards, I would go home and go to bed because by the end of the week, I was so exhausted and I couldn't do what the other kids did. And let's see, my senior year is when it all kind of started popping up again. I got a hemangioma on my lip, which was huge, and my lip, it was on the inside of my lip, and it turned black all right here on my chin, and my lips stuck out like that far, and it was so embarrassing, and I didn't know what was wrong with me. And usually babies get hemangiomas, adults don't get them. And that was weird. And after that happened, I started getting really, really sick, and I missed weeks of school at a time. The second half of my senior year, I was hardly ever at school, and most of my teachers understood, and I finished my senior year with A's and B's, which is great. And throughout the 5 years that I got the shot, I always slept. I had never had energy, and I kept having what I thought was growing pains. And I would get them in my legs and my pelvic and my knees. So they would get to the point sometimes where they'd be so bad that I would just have to put ice all over my legs, and I would be in tears. It was just so painful. Well, after my senior year, it was, I went to a doctor and they just couldn't really figure out what was wrong, and they gave me a knee brace and sent me on my way. And I never felt good, and my doctor ran some blood work on me, and we found out that I had hypothyroidism. And I'm now on medication to help with my thyroid. From June 2012 until now, I have had severe back, pelvic, hip, down the back of my leg, my shin, my knee, all of that is in severe pain. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, well, look at you. You don't even look like you're in pain. Which is what a lot of people don't understand. If you seen me without my makeup, you would not even think I was the same person. My face is blood red because I'm in so much pain. I'm in tears just about every single day, and a lot of people just don't understand, and to film this video is taking everything I have in me, and to film, to get ready, to take a shower, to do my makeup, to do my hair takes everything in me, and by the time I do that, I'm ready to go to bed because I'm so exhausted. And I only go out once a week, and that is on Saturday, and I probably go out for 2 or 3 hours, and that Sunday I am so exhausted I want to sleep all day, and I will sleep all day. It's not the greatest experience, and this is why I'm telling people this, because I don't want someone to go through what I have to go through every single day. But back on to what's going on. My legs, they will turn a dark purple where they almost look black, and that goes all the way down to my feet, and my feet are the darkest, and that does that every occasion. And when it does that, my legs get really, really tingly. And I also got a MRI, and I found out that I don't know if I have a left ovary, and I have a mass on my uterus, and I'm only 19. And I went to the OBGYN for it, and they said that they couldn't find the mass, nor could they find my left ovary. So as of right now, I don't know if I have a mass on my uterus, nor do I know if I have a left ovary, which is really frustrating, and this is the kind of stuff that I've been dealing with. I mean, I just can't even tell y'all how bad my pain is. I live on medicine every single day, and it's just a struggle, and I just, it's terrible. I've had 8 epidural steroid injections, 4 of them which I was put to sleep, and I had 4 which 2 of them they didn't use the lidocaine before they put the epidural needle in my back, and the other 2 I was awake. So 4 of them I was awake, 4 of them I wasn't. The 4th of them that I was put to sleep was after the ones that I got that I was awake, and the doctor said, "I can't believe they did that to you. We're going to put you to sleep." I was also just diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which they are pretty sure I have. They're not, I mean, it's not 100% sure that I have it. It's still being researched on me. My Epstein-Barr, the IgG, the normal levels are like 6 or 18 and below or 16 and below. Mine was 544, which they say that is what causing my fibromyalgia. But like I said, I'm still being researched. I have discovered that, you know, there's a very select few of doctors out there that truly just care about their patients and want to work with their patients, but there are some that are rude. Just bottom line, rude. And I had one doctor that told me it was all in my head, and the one doctor I went to after that was just stunned that that doctor would even say that. And it's just been, this whole situation has been a struggle. It's a struggle to live every day. It's a struggle to deal with these doctors. It's a financial struggle. Everything is a mess. And it's a huge mess because of something I thought that was going to help me. Gardasil needs to be taken off the market. There are girls that are just, I think there's like 139 deaths because of it. There's girls, it's not even proven to prevent cervical cancer. And there's girls out there just like me that are worse off than me. And I don't want anybody in this world to be and end up like I am because of this vaccine. This vaccine is basically playing Russian roulette with your child or yourself. Would you allow your child to have one bullet in his gun, and that one bullet could blow your head off? Why would you want to take that chance? And that's exactly the way I look at Gardasil. There's so many girls like me. It is unbelievable how many girls have side effects from this vaccine. I know most of the girls have seizures, which I thank God I don't have seizures. And I pray every single day and night for these girls, and I pray for myself, and I pray that Gardasil gets taken off the market and their maker, Merck. And I just want to create something good out of something, out of a bad situation. So if you want Gardasil off the market, like this video, and I know this is a very controversial topic, but I'm stating my opinion and what I have been through and what I know other girls are going through because of this vaccine. And I just know the effects of this vaccine. So don't let your child go through what I'm going through and what so many other girls are going through. And I know this is a long video, but I just wanted to get my story out there. And if you want to read my article, I will put the link in the down bar. And a lot of the same article that my story is on, you can find other girls' stories. Or you could look up my name, Ashley Adair Gardasil, and you'll find pages of my story. So, like I said, I'll put my link in the down bar, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to message me, and I will be sure to answer. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.